a one-take pony. What's cracking, guys? We got some Deep Purple Highway Star playing in the background. The first new video in damn near 2 months. I had a whole bunch of stuff from the California trip. I wanted to put up some great content, and I know a lot of people were saying, yo man, I didn't subscribe to see Joe Schmo. I came to see your no-cap ass. Well, I'm back here. I'm back today to talk about beginner mistakes, really focusing on what's important. Yes, it's a topic we've talked about before, but simplicity is key, and sometimes breaking it down is most important. And really, I'm shouting out this topic today because, as many of you guys know, I'm shouting you guys out. I want to thank everyone that bought the book that Greg Knuckles and I recently released, the 2 books, The Art of Lifting and Science of Lifting. We go into all the details. It's like over 200 pages of practical information, talking about stuff that matters, stuff that doesn't. We've been overwhelmed with the positive comments. So thank you so much, guys. You can pick it up now. We have the 5-day sales, $32. Link is in the description. Everything I talk about today are in those books. Leave a comment below if you got the books and what you think. So talking today, these are mistakes that I made and I wish I didn't make. So hopefully it could shave years off of your training career so you can become more efficient, you can become better, you can become stronger, because this is what it's all about. Diving right into it, volume is the key for everything. Volume is the key driving force for hypertrophy. And as we know, a bigger muscle has more potential than a smaller muscle for strength, right? All other things being equal. So we really want to focus over time, slowly increasing volume. If you train 3 days a week, maybe going towards 4 days a week. If you do 16 sets of workout, eventually do 17 or 18. A volume is very, very important. And sometimes we forget to hit that requisite amount of volume. We forget to train our arms, we forget to train our calves, and as a result, they don't grow. If you want to grow a muscle, you need to train it, and you need to train it with sufficient volume. You need to give it a reason to grow. You have to perturb it so it needs to change, right? Put enough stress on it. So volume is key. Whatever you do when it comes to training, whether it be strength, whether you just want to be faster, want to build muscle, volume is key. The other thing I want to talk about is the concept of overtraining or overreaching. It does exist, right? Athletes can experience this, and you can feel overreached or under-recovered. But at the same time, when you're starting out, it's always about the yin-yang. You want to train hard, you want to push that volume, but you also need to recover. You need to get good sleep, not just the amount of sleep, but the quality of sleep. If you're waking up in the middle of the night, you know, wondering about some bad booty bitch, what's going on, like you got girl problems, you got money problems, that's not gonna work. You wanna make sure you have restful sleep, you wanna make sure you de-stress your life, you wanna make sure you set up an optimal environment for lifting success. Because if you're putting in work in the gym, but not putting work elsewhere at home, when it comes to your food, when it comes to sleeping, when it comes to your stress, it's all gonna fall apart. All that hard work is not gonna pay off. Moving forward from that point, what does matter? Progressive overload. This means getting progressively better over time. I'm not just talking about getting stronger, that's key, right? So if your max on the squats 200 pounds, going for 205, 210, that's amazing. But linear progression will soon stop, right? You can't go every single week and increase your lifts by 10 pounds. If you did that every single week in a year, you'll be 520 pounds stronger. That's not gonna happen. So progressive overload just means better overall. So yes, lifting more weight, but setting those volume PRs. So what's your 5-rep max? We'll try for a new 5-rep max. Well, how many times can you rep up 200 pounds? Can you do it for 5 reps? Try and go for 6 or 7 next time. You know, what's your total workload? What's the total amount of time? Density is not as important, but once again, if it takes you an hour and a half to do 5 sets, that's too long. So focus on becoming better, and I would say less when you're beginner and intermediate on programming. Programming is important. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying people get too caught up. They're looking for the latest fad. In the books that we released, we have something called the Bulgarian method and a program called the Slavic Swole. It's just another program, right? There's parameters around it. There's guidelines that are aiming to help you for your training success. Guidelines to make sure that you get enough volume, enough intensity to facilitate strength and hypertrophy. But that's all programming really is. It's some very smart guidelines on how to train. So don't get too caught up, oh man, this latest thing came out, what about 5x5, what about 5-3-1, what about the cube method? Better is better. Progressive overload, getting progressively stronger, is most important over everything else. And moving forward past that, what I'd say, become weak. Okay? Surround yourself with people stronger than yourself. If you're the strongest mofo in your gym, son, you need to change your gym. Because when you become weak, when you surround yourself with strong people, not just physically strong, but also mentally strong that can encourage you, be your support, it's gonna make you stronger. It's gonna make you realize when you go for that 500-pound deadlift, it ain't no big thing. Like when I came to Fortis Fitness here, all my lifts started increasing, not just because I became more focused, but because a 500-pound deadlift doesn't mean shit in here. So it really showed me that we're all about doing this for ourselves, we're all about trying to get better, but the big goals we have, the big fears we might have, the expectations, oh, I don't know if I can do this, kind of Hamlet style, to be or not to be, it's really no big deal, right? You just gotta put in the time. So surround yourself with success. Last two things I want to say that we focus on in the book, and there's so much more. Last thing I want to mention is really technique for the individual. I've seen this, I've been guilty of this. You see someone that's super strong on the YouTubes, right? And you think to yourself, shit man, it's working for him. Dude can damn near deadlift 900 pounds. I'm gonna copy his style. Wrong, right? Upper back rounded, for instance, is it for you? Well, if you're a beginner, I don't think so. Intermediate, I don't think so. So if you see someone like Konstantinov do a rounded back deadlift and you try and copy that person, that's when you're gonna injure yourself. Technique is about conforming to the individual. Don't try and conform yourself to someone else's technique that doesn't work right for yourself. So film yourself, take a look, and see what's happening. If you're getting better, if you're getting stronger, if you're injury free, if things are feeling great, then your technique is working for you. So be wary of internet experts that try and give you the wrong advice. Be wary of copying people that doesn't fit right for yourself. Educate yourself on your own body, on your own technique. Mastery is really about simplicity, right? It's about doing the same shit over and over and becoming slowly better over time. This means figuring out what your limiting factors are and eliminating them, right? Figuring out the tweaks, the technique tweaks, the volume work you need to do, the weak areas you need to improve to become better. Guys, that's it. That's the video. Keeping it short, keeping it sweet. Yes, it's basics, but the basics are super important. Sometimes we get caught up on things that are not important. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, because now I'm back in black, back with regular content every single day, make sure to check back. Like the video if you like the damn video. If you're interested in those books, we have that 5-day sale. Actually, it's three. By the time this comes up, it's going to be a 3-day sale remaining for those books. Check them out. Link in the description, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace. And just remember, if you need a professional spot, just let me know, because that's what I'm here for, baby.